they swing. With a gap of 4 reckons they've stumbled on a formula for all ages. Tony B and Cotty has their story.
When you're feeling blue.
Opera may have the 3 tenors, but Sydney's jazz scene has the 3 terrors. Killer Joe Bebop Lane with the hat, Bob Scat Scott, and the youngster of the group, Dorian Mode. Some audience members asked what bizarre language they were singing in. They specialise in scat, a wild form of improvised jazz singing pioneered by the likes of Louis Armstrong. With Dorian at 32, Bob at 65, and Joe a feisty 70, the 3 terrors have more than 120 years combined professional experience. They still practice hard, though, to master their craft.
Never are as bad as they seem, so dream.
All 3 voices are very different, but they blend beautifully. Even during rehearsal breaks, they take to the instruments and jam.
That's why every day, I have the blues.
Dorian is a jazz teacher at the Australian Institute of Music. In the Terrors, he's the student, learning so much from Bob and Joe.
I'm very honoured that they have me in the group, you know, because I'm sort of the apprentice terror. I'm the sort of the budding terror, you know.
Now, Joe was and still is a pretty wild character who makes Joe Cocker look like a choir boy. He and Bob are a hoot to hang out with.
Now, you never met a real...
There's plenty of blue stories behind those old black and white photos, so we've had to censor this. In the 50s, Joe often made the headlines for being busted for marijuana and for a liaison with Ava Gardner when she was in Melbourne making On the Beach.
What do you think attracted Ava to you?
No,
Striking good looks.
It wasn't that. I wouldn't say that. No. It wasn't my striking good looks, or it was my sound, poor dear boy.
Ava was married to Frank Sinatra at the time, so I asked if Joe was worried when Cranky Frankie came to town.
Well, you know, I was just a little concerned.
Did you think he was going to break your legs or
No, but you never know, do you?
Bob and Joe are happy to pass on their extensive knowledge to a youngster like Dorian.
When he's performing, that's when he's at his peak of happiness. Is when he's releasing the mad dog within.
Joe and Bob are living lessons in jazz and in hip jazz jargon and old-fashioned showmanship.
So just dig this cat. He can really swim.
The 3 terrors, releasing the mad dog within and keeping alive that crazy jazz singing called scat.
How high the moon.
Tony B and Cotty with that report.
Architecture, its language.